Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets have been each fined $25,000 after Kyrie refused to talk to the media. Now, that is a rule in the NBA. They require that healthy players be made available to reporters before or after games or practices. And Kyrie has been reported declining numerous requests to speak to reporters, including ESPN reporters, since the beginning of training camp on December 1st. And believe it or not, Mario, Kyrie actually responded to this in a rather unorthodox way. He responded to it on his Instagram story. I actually seen this just randomly scrolling through Instagram stories on my personal account. He goes, this is what he said in quote, I pray we utilize to find money for the marginalized communities in need, seeing where our world is presently. I am here for peace, love, and greatness. So stop distracting me and my team and appreciate the art. We move different over here. I do not talk to pawns. My attention is worth more. And this was written by Malaka Andrews, who was the ESPN staff writer. And Mario, before I hand it over to you, uh, Kyrie Irving actually released a brief statement instead of a traditional news conference. This is what he said about it. He said, instead of speaking to the media today, I am issuing the statement to ensure that my message is properly conveyed. I am committed to show up to work every day, ready to have fun, compete, perform, and win championships alongside my team and colleagues in the Nets organization. And that was said on December 4th. So I'm going to take it to you, Mario, and well, let's hear your thoughts first.
Yeah, well, I understand that Kyrie Irving has his own beliefs on not speaking to the media, and I understand, I respect the reason why he's not speaking to the media, but it is still an NBA rule. It is still part of that rule book that you have to speak to the media, answer questions. And that's in every sports, and I understand the media can be kind of annoying sometimes. They can kind of ask dumb questions, or they can ask questions that athletes really don't want to respond to. And I've seen a bunch of videos on media people asking dumb questions to athletes, but at the end of the day, you still have to interact with the media, and you still have to respond to their questions, or at least a few of their questions, at least. Even if he was only going to take 5 minutes of his time to answer their questions, he still has to answer them. And we've seen this go on with Marshawn Lynch. We've seen this go on with Cam Newton. I mean, obviously, the media, it's probably the worst part of an athlete's job is speaking to the media, especially if the media is either bashing them, or they're asking them dumb questions, or they're asking them the same thing repeatedly. So I understand what Kyrie's talking about. He
Yeah,
wants everybody to just enjoy what they do as a living and stop asking him questions about the game. But he's also got to realize that everybody in the media, the reason why they have a job and a part of it is because of you and because of the sport that you play. And that is the reason why it is important for you to go over there and talk to the media, because you're part of the reason why there's food being placed on these people's family shelves. And you're part of the reason why they make money. Like without sports and athletes, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? If we did, it would be on something completely different, subjects completely different than sports. So that's why I think it's very important for Kyrie Irving to talk to the media. So in this case, I'm gonna say he's wrong. I'm gonna say he definitely deserves a fine. As for the Brooklyn Nets, I don't know if everybody decided not to do medias or just him, but if it was just him, I think that's wrong. I don't think
yeah.
the team should be punished for that type of stuff. But maybe it's the only way they can get through Kyrie. Maybe they'll say, well, if Kyrie doesn't talk to the media, and we find his fan with his team too with as long with him, maybe he would actually start talking to them. And like I said, I understand his frustrations with the media. I understand how he just wants to play and focus on his craft. I completely get all of that. I respect all that. But at the end of the day, it is a rule of the NBA, and you have to interact and answer the media's questions. As stupid as they are, as aggravating as they can be, you still have to answer them.
I completely agree 100%. I'm still trying to figure out why the Brooklyn Nets were fined, because I was scrolling through it and Kyrie's deal, and I want to answer your question if it was more players or just Kyrie. It was just Kyrie. I looked through, I scrolled through, it was just Kyrie Irving. So I have no idea why the Nets were fined. I think that $25,000 fine for the Nets should have went to Kyrie for 50 grand. Um, man, I'm gonna. It goes above and beyond putting the food and all that, getting those media people their jobs. I take it more as you got people watching you that idolize you. You got little kids that idolize you. You got basketball players that idolize you. You got family, for Christ's sake, that idolize you. And this is what you're gonna do? Really? I get where he's coming from. I really do. 'Cause I can't tell you how many times everybody can vouch for you. They've been asked stupid questions. They've been bashed on. Everybody gets that kind of stuff. But when you're a professional athlete in one of the most popular sports in the world, you have all these kids, all these soon-to-be NBA players, your family, they idolize you, your friends idolize you, and all that. Your girlfriend idolizes you, and you're doing this. Come on, man. Come on. I mean, I get it. I get it. The media does some stupid things. We all know this, but you gotta follow the rules. You want these kids growing up becoming someone like you and whining and complaining about, I don't want to talk to the media, I don't want to talk to the media that. You're gonna do things in life you don't like, so do it. I mean, trust me, I understand what he's saying, but like at the end of the day, you like I said, you're gonna be doing things you don't like in life. Just gotta get over it, you know. Um, I think finding him was the right thing to do. As for the Nets, I don't think they should have been fined. Um, and if this keeps happening, I think he should get an even bigger fine. To be quite honest with you. So I mean, I hope he learns his lesson from this. Really, and I really think he needs to set a better example. And not only am I speaking on behalf of the kids and the teenagers and his family and his girlfriend that idolize him. I'm talking about his teammates in the process. His coaches. That's not how you rep your team. You just gotta, at the end, you may not like it, and I understand that, but at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do, whether you like it or you hate it. So I hope he learns his lesson from this, and let's just all move on from it.